I haven't filmed in over a week. I think I've kind of forgotten how. Hello, welcome back to Dead Good Book Reviews. I'm Judith and you're watching another What I'm Reading Right Now video. And we're in another week of not that much. Oh, that's what I would summarise these weeks as. To the point where I normally film these videos on Wednesdays, I just forgot yesterday. Completely forgot. I'm so out of routine. I don't know who I am or where I am. But it is Thursday. It is the 5th of May. Hooray. And we're going to talk you through what I've read. I've only read one thing since last time we spoke. As you will know if you watched last week's video, I was in the Peak District with my parents and all of my family really, and the dog and all of the above all weekend. And while I did get some reading done, it wasn't a hide in a corner and read sort of a holiday. And then this week we are prepping to go away. This weekend we leave tomorrow, and that's also not going to be much of a reading weekend. So I think we're going to have to start talking hiatus soon. I think, possibly. I'm seeing how I go. The book that I did finish was Skyward Flight. So technically, I mean, if we're talking technicalities, it's 3 books. Just kind of. It's 3 novellas. I actually really enjoyed this. I like this a lot more than I liked Cytonic. If you don't know, this is the fourth book or set of novellas that comes at the same time as the 3rd book, because in theory this was originally written as a multi-POV book and then got split out into 2 books, and I get why they did that. There's not really a neat place to split it. I think Cytonic should have also been a novella. Yes, I enjoyed this. I thought it was good. I liked seeing the other characters. I liked the things that it explored. I enjoyed it. I can't tell you the things that it explores without hugely spoiling a lot of elements of the main series, but it was good fun. I liked it. Space is always a good time. And I think I needed 3 short things rather than 1 long thing. That does mean I am, at the moment, done with the Skyward series. Hooray! A series I can set to up to date on my series tracker. Huzzah, what a wonderful life we live. I'm also working on 2 other things at the moment. The first is the Stardust Thief. This I very stupidly have put down somewhere in the house and now cannot find. But this is, it's sort of Arabian Nights inspired, I think. We've had people going off to find a magical lamp and such. I'm not very far in. I think I'm probably about 50 pages in, and I am enjoying it so far, but I don't have a huge amount to say. I originally wasn't going to pick this one up until I'd heard anything about it, and then Orbit sent me a review copy, and I thought, well, why not? It's out in May. I can get to that. And here we are. I'm getting to it, but I'm not getting to it particularly fast. I will say, I had the pleasure of attending an event that Orbit was running that was actually for booksellers, but they sort of let us influencers tag along, and they were talking about this book, and they were talking about one of the characters being like a delightful father figure, and I had to message Justine just being like, oh no, I thought he was the romantic interest. Nobody look at me. Nobody look! I'm trying to find the right segue. Speaking of strange romantic couplings that shouldn't make sense but do, I'm reading Discord of Gods. Hooray, I'm actually doing this via audiobook. Let me tell you how far through I am, because I haven't updated where my bookmark is in this. In chapter 34, I have 4 hours and 38 minutes of listening left at the speed that I'm listening to it, and I'm having a really good time. I will say, I think that this doesn't have as strong of a structure as some of the other books have, which I get because it's the last book and it would be really tricky to do that, but I'm interested to see if we get more of that later on in the book, or what's going on. I'm loving the narrators. I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. I really, really want to finish this before we go away, but I don't know if I'm going to have 4.5 hours to myself today. So we'll see how editing this video goes, and maybe I'll plug away at that a little bit more. That's everything at the moment. It's a little bit, I don't want to say embarrassing, because it is what it is. Like, I just haven't had the time to read. I've been flat out working at work and outside of work at the moment. It's not been a tidy time. And what's slightly worse is that instead of like rationalising my to-do list every week, I've just been letting it add. So I have a spreadsheet where I keep everything week by week, and I've just been migrating everything. And at the moment, if I wanted to read everything that's on my list just for this week, bearing in mind we are already on Thursday, I would have to read 12 books by Sunday. And I think we can all agree that's not going to happen. So that's the other thing I'm going to do this afternoon, is just sit and rationalise that a little bit, because yeah, it's not actually doable. I want to get to the review copies is what I really want to get to, because overbooked, a lot of the things that I want to reread for it, I don't actually need to. It would just be nice to get to it, and that's how it is sometimes. Let's very briefly touch on new releases. I believe there is only one, and it's When Women Were Dragons. And if you've watched a few of my videos from the last few months, you will know I did not enjoy that, and I ended up DNFing it, most of which I think were personal reasons, but make of that what you will. It is out now if you were keen to read it. I think we need to have a chat about a little hiatus, and to do that, I'm basically just going to do my life admin on camera with you. I hope that's okay. A video for next week that is done. I have my overbooked video for next week, and I think I have the one for the week after filmed, but I don't have the Thursday videos filmed for those yet. So I'm just not going to do them. The plan is to not attempt to do them, and if I happen to have the drive, the gumption, the gall when we are back on Tuesday... No, we're back on Sunday, and I'm working on life admin. I'd love to get to film them. I don't know if it's going to happen. It depends how life goes, basically, is where I'm at. So you probably won't actually notice. It won't be like 3 weeks of me being off, but it has been the knock-on effect of that, you know. It is what it is. I just am too busy at the moment to do anything else. There has been too much going on in life. I'm trying to prioritise the things that I want to prioritise, and at the moment, Thursday videos haven't been a top priority, nor has reading been a priority, which is the main reason the Thursday videos haven't been happening, because that sort of one feeds into the other. But I do have a lot of books I'm really excited about reading. Like those 12 books, I do want to read them. I really do. I would love to read them. I just haven't had the time. We'll see. If you notice there are Thursday videos missing, don't notice that. There you go. All done. I think this is going to be a very short video because I'd only read one book. Never mind. I don't have any book mail, though in theory a very large box of books is coming for me tomorrow. Let's not question that. I'll talk about that in a future video. Has your life been getting inexplicably busier now that we're at the start of May? Let me know. I'd love to know if that's a universal experience. Is there anything on your May TBR that you're very excited for? Let me see if there's anything on mine, because it'd be good to have a bit of motivation, wouldn't it? I'm meant to be reading Dune in May. That might be interesting. Ooh, and I'm doing my reread of Foundry Side in kind of end of May, start of June time, which would be very good fun because I got approved for the third one. That's what I'm excited for. Maybe I'll bump that up the TBR. Right, fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. I apologise for the general chaotic nature of being that I am. It is what it is. As I keep saying, I'll probably make that the title of this video. There we go. If you do want to know when I am posting videos, the best way to do that is to subscribe. You can also follow me on social media. Come hang out on Discord, where we have a wonderful time talking about books when I'm less busy. A big shout out to everyone who supports me on Patreon. You guys are the best. Genuinely, just so amazing. Thank you so much. If you'd like to join their number, that's all linked below as well. Thank you so much for watching. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next one.